Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Crosstown Classic here from Bobby Holcomb Field on the campus of Oxford High School as the Lafayette Commodores getting set to take on the Oxford Chargers here on a comfortable, misty night here in Oxford as the two teams will meet for the 44th time in the history of the school. Oxford has won the last two via shutouts, 19-0. 2 years ago, the game that was originally telecast, and also last year at Lafayette, 30-0. And Denny, these two teams, Oxford coming off a big win last weekend, 50-15 on the road at Cleveland Eastside. And Lafayette is a team that has struggled at 1 and 2, especially scoring touchdowns, and they've only had 2 on the season, only 1 offensive touchdown.
Yeah, you're right, Don. Lafayette averaging a little under 6 points a game. Their offense really has not gotten off to a good start this season, but you got to take the hat off to their defense. Their defense only giving up 12.3 points on the young season, so it should be an offensive game for Oxford tonight, and let's see if Lafayette's defense can stop them.
This is Coach Johnny Hill's 21st time to coach in this game, and he is 11-9 against the Commodores. And the two teams have taken the field. Lafayette won the toss, and they have elected to receive. The Commodores are under third-year head coach Eric Robertson, whose team got off to a slow start a year ago, but they came on strong there at the end of the season and actually went all the way to the state championship before losing to Forest County AHS. They come out in all white tonight, red numerals, gold helmets with doors written across the side in red. Oxford's going all blue tonight. Blue helmets, blue shirts, blue pants, trimmed in yellow. And, Denny, this is always an exciting week here in town, and we're looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it really is. You can throw the records out when these two teams meet. Lafayette will come tonight. They'll be ready to play against his Oxford team.
Connell Yost is set to kick it off from the left hash mark. Oxford will be going right to left. The Commodores will receive. Down on the left side of us as you look at your dial. Tonight's game presented by University Sporting Goods on the Oxford Square. Glad to be bringing you Oxford Charger football here on the Bullseye 95.5. And we're glad you're here for this big one here tonight between these two teams. Lafayette 1 and 2, Oxford 2 and 1 coming in. And the Chargers will have a bye week next week after this one as they try to win their 3rd in a row in this series after Lafayette had won 6 in a row previously, dating all the way back to 2006. The crowd still making their way in as a late arriving crowd, but hopefully we'll have a packed house before too long. Hopefully the weather will hold off. It was a little bit of a mist dropping earlier when we were down on the field, but I think it's pretty much stopped now. Nice student crowd here for the Chargers, and here we go. Here's the kickoff, a high end-over-end kick. It's going to send the receiver back to the 5-yard line. He's to the 10, 15, upended at the 20. Nice tackle down the field that time by the Chargers secondary or return team.
That was number 3, Tay Owens on the return for the Commodores. As they'll get it right near the 20-yard line and have it 1st and 10 down to start this game.
Good special teams work there by D.K. Hutchins, who got down there and made a nice tackle on Tay Owens, who is the leading rusher for the Commodores this year with 258 yards. The quarterback is senior Devin Thomas. He's thrown for 296, but no touchdowns and 4 picks. He's going to be key tonight. His play last year, he did not throw for any yards at all against the Charger defense. They'll line up in the shotgun on 1st down at the 20. Here's a snap. He's going to hand it up the middle. Nice hole across the 25 to the 26-yard line goes number 10, Tavon Joyner. And Joyner, the senior running back, picks up 6 yards on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4. He's 5'11", 170-pound running back. Of course, the Commodores without Tyrell Price, the junior running back who had a good year last year. He's been out all season with an injury. 2nd down and 4 at the 26. And movement along the left side of the line, and that's going to back the Commodores up 5 yards. So that'll put them in a 2nd and 9 situation. Our referee tonight is Patrick Carr. That crew is the same crew that officiated the game against Starkville here 2 weeks ago.
Don, that's a good crew. They like to keep the flow of the game going. Hopefully they'll do the same thing tonight.
Crowd still pouring in. A lot of red across the way. A lot of blue here below us. As you always expect a big crowd here in this one. Coach Eric Robertson, the head man for the Commodores, trying to figure out a way to get his team some points. 2nd down and 9 from the 21. Thomas out of the shotgun. He takes the snap, hands it off straight up the middle. He cuts left, gets across the 25, the 30, and a first down all the way out to the 33-yard line. Once again, that is Joyner, and Joyner's going to have a first down for the Commodores, a pickup of 12 on the play.
Nothing fancy there, just a run straight up the middle. Broke a couple tackles there, drug a couple defenders, and picks up the first down of this game for Lafayette.
Then we talked off the air, the key to Lafayette tonight to try to win this game and pull the upset is to control the football on the ground and use up a lot of clock and keep Jack Abraham and the Oxford offense off the field.
Yeah, you're going to see Coach Robertson. Lafayette likes to run the football. You're going to see him do that a number of times tonight.
Opening drive of the game, 2 wide receivers left and right. Shotgun formation for Thomas, 1st and 10 at the 33. He takes the snap. Again, he's going to hand it off. This time he's hitting the backfield and dropped for a loss. A host of Chargers hitting Joyner that time, and Joyner's going to lose yardage back to about the 28.
Yeah, led by number 8, Harlan Stewart on the stop there for the Chargers. And he's going to lose a couple there on that run.
Loss of 5 back to the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 15 yards to go. So far, 3 straight handoffs to Joyner has been what we've seen from Lafayette. Denny mentioned Commodores only averaging just under 6 points per game this year. They only have 2 offensive touchdowns. One of them scored by special teams. Actually, they only have 1 touchdown offensively. Shotgun again. Thomas going to hand it off again. Same play up the middle. He stumbles and falls down at the 31-yard line. He might have got more room to run. That was Owens, number 3 on the carry, but he slipped and fell at the 31 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, Owens might have picked up a couple more, Don. You're right. He slipped as he received the ball, actually out on the handoff. Big 3rd down play coming up for the Charger defense. Love to hold here and try to get good field position if they could force Lafayette in a punting situation.
Here's what Coach Herring's defense wants to see, and that's force Lafayette in the 3rd and long. And here they are, 3rd down and 12 at the 31-yard line. The ball on the right hash mark. 2 running backs in the backfield to the left and right of the quarterback, Thomas. Thomas again is going to hand it off, bouncing it to the right, and getting up to the 35-yard line goes Tay Owens. He's going to be well short of the first down, however, as a gain of 4, and that'll force a Lafayette punt.
Yeah, brought down by Allen that time on the tackle, and you're right, forces Lafayette to punt the ball away, and the Chargers should have pretty good field position after they receive this punt.
So 5 plays, 20 yards. The penalty really hurt the Commodores. It backed them up.
As Hutchins will stand back at his own 30-yard line to receive the punt.
They did take off about 3.5 minutes off the clock, however. Hutchins stands at the 35-yard line. Here's a good snap. The kick is away, and it's an end-over-end kick that's spinning. Hutchins is going to call for a fair catch, I think, or did he?
He did call for a fair catch, but he couldn't hold on the ball. Somehow comes away with it, as there was 3 or 4 Commodore players there. Don Oxford very fortunate to hold on to the ball there.
He picked it up after muffing it for a second there, and it'll be Charger football at the 33-yard line, their first possession of the night. The quarterback is Jack Abraham, the junior, who's thrown for 835 yards, 7 touchdowns, and only 1 interception on the season. Abraham 6'1", 188. So far this year, he's got better numbers throwing than he had a year ago at this point, as you would expect, a year older. 3 wide receivers go to the right. Kauser goes in motion. Abraham's going to go back to throw. Throws over the middle and is incomplete and nearly intercepted. And they say no. A diving effort there by number 6 of the Commodores, Alan Mathis, who already has 2 picks on the year, but he trapped it as it hit the turf. It was intended for Kauser over the middle.
One thing you'll watch here in the Lafayette defense, they've got a safety playing pretty far back away from the line. That's number 11. That's Rocket.
2nd down, 10, Chargers working out of the pistol formation now with Kenzie Phillips behind Abraham. Here's a give to Phillips, straight up the middle, and Phillips pushes forward across the 35 to the 36. It's going to be a gain of 3 on the play. If you remember a year ago, Denny, this was the game that Kenzie Phillips really came to life. Had 210 yards rushing against Lafayette.
They had a good game last year, and you're right, that's kind of what sparked his season as he went on to have a big season last year for the Chargers.
3rd and 7, a 3-man front for the Commodores as Abraham looks over to the sideline to get the call. Kyrie White split wide to the near side. 3 wide receivers to the right, including Greaser, Metcalf, and Kauser. Out of the shotgun formation. Abraham drops back to throw. He's under pressure. He's being rolled to his right now. Throws on the run. Metcalf is open at the 49. He catches it. Crosses midfield to the 45 of Lafayette and a first down.
Don, somehow Metcalf got wide open on that far sideline and near midfield. Nice job there by Abraham. He was flushed out of the pocket and found a wide open Metcalf and a Charger first down.
Gain of 19 on the play. And the Chargers move the chains to the 45 of Lafayette. Opening drive for the Chargers, 7:30 to go. And they give it to Phillips off the right side, and Phillips is met and dropped immediately at the 45 for no gain.
Yeah, number 7, Quinn Jones, made a big hit there for the Commodore defense. And got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Be 2nd and 10 for the Chargers at the Commodore 45. No huddle offense for Oxford. Now back in the pistol formation. 3 wide receivers go to the near side as the ball on the right hash. Abraham takes the snap, hands to Phillips. Phillips has some room this time inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line, and he dives forward for a little extra yardage there.
Yeah, they're going to spot it at about the 38.
Gain of 7.
Be about 3 yards short on here on this third down.
This is what you want if you're Coach Hill and the Chargers' 3rd and short situations. You can do a lot of different things. Empty backfield now as the Commodores look like they might blitz. They had a couple of linebackers up in the middle of the
maybe look for Cowser here on a slant.
5 wide receivers for the Chargers on 3rd and 3. Abraham, a quick pass, is caught by Metcalf inside the 34. He's got to pass the first down, shakes a man, and dives to the 30, and that'll move the chains on a pickup of 7 on the play.
Yeah, 2nd first down of this drive for the Chargers. Good play there, a quick play by Abraham as he found Metcalf on that far side.
Actually going to be a gain of 8 to the 30-yard line. Metcalf's 2nd catch for 27 yards, 1st and 10 at the Commodore 30. Good opening drive for the Chargers. They've converted a couple of good 3rd down plays here. Abraham to throw, hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. There was a collision down at the goal line between Metcalf and the defender, but the official says incidental contact, and no flag on the play as Metcalf fell down.
Yeah, a good no call there by the officials. Metcalf got tripped up on that far sideline, as I believe that was
Williams, I believe, had the coverage.
Yep,
Tyler
right,
Williams. Chargers back up to the line here on 2nd and 10 from the 30. Back to throw is Abraham. Nobody open initially. Now he's going to run. Abraham scrambling inside the 30, and he slides down.
That should have been a flag. It is. Yeah, he got hit pretty hard by 2 players. Both Murphy, John and Eli Murphy hit him as he went down. So that tackle on 15.
Well, anytime a quarterback slides, you're not supposed to come in and lead with the helmet, and that's what they did. It'll be a late hit or a personal foul against the Commodores, which will result in a Charger first down. And now they're going to wave it off. They say no. So the officials conferred and said it was a clean play.
You're right. Anytime a quarterback slides like that, and you see a player get hit, almost always a flag.
Gain of 5 on the play that time for Jack Abraham, setting up 3rd down and 5. And a timeout taken. Is this the Heat timeout? I'm not sure.
I think Coach Hill's going to call a timeout here to talk it over with the official. I don't think he's happy about that no call.
Well, you throw the flag, and I understand that sometimes you throw flags and you pick them up, but not usually on a personal foul. If it's a personal foul and you see it, then why don't you be consistent with the call? Coach Hill's not happy. He is very upset with the referee now, and they're talking it over. And Coach Hill notorious, Denny, for calling those timeouts to argue with the officials.
He does. If he's going to call a timeout, he's going to be out there on the field. And I don't blame him on that one.
So the offensive coaches, Coach Cutcliffe and the rest of the staff, is huddling up on the sideline with the team here. And another big 3rd down coming up for the Chargers. And you got to feel like that this may be 4-down territory right where they are right now.
I think it is, Don, especially the way your defense played on that opening possession of Lafayette. Oxford would love to try to score a touchdown here, score early, as Oxford's had the ball for 2 minutes and 15 seconds on this drive. 6:12 remaining here in the first quarter. No score between Oxford and Lafayette.
3rd down and 5 at the Commodore 25-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. Out of the shotgun is Abraham. Phillips over his right shoulder as they blow the whistle to get the play going. 3rd and 5. Abraham looks like he may be changing the play. There's plenty of time on the play clock. 17 seconds. Giving some hand signals out to his wide receiver, split wide to the right. And there's movement along the line, and a flag is down. I think Lafayette jumped off sides, and if that's the case, Denny, this is going to be close to a first down if it's not.
It is offsides against the Commodores. You're right. It will be very close to a first down. As Oxford, we thought Oxford needed 5 yards. Let's see if they got it here with the penalty.
They may have to bring out the chains, or well, they're going to just say first down. No signal yet. They're going to say third down. They're not even going to measure. It's close enough. Really, it should warrant a measurement, but 3rd and inches at the 20-yard line. And Abraham is going to stay in the shotgun on 3rd and inches. Double tight end set with 3 wide receivers. Going to hand it to Phillips. And Phillips has the first down, and he barrels his way inside the 20 to about the 17. And no doubt about that one, first down Chargers.
Yeah, needed to get to right at the 20-yard line, but you're right. Gets down to the 17-yard line. A pickup of about 3, maybe 4 on the play. And the 3rd first down of this drive for the Chargers.
Phillips averaging 60 yards per game rushing. He did have 3 touchdowns last week, but he really didn't play much in the second half. 1st and 10 at the 17, play action. Abraham throws off the hands of Cowser, incomplete. That pass was a little too hard for Cowser. Good coverage by Eli Murphy, the linebacker, and Cowser only able to get a hand on it, but there's a very difficult catch to try to haul in from that close.
Yeah, you're right. That was another one, Don. Fortunate that the ball was tipped up in there. A couple of Commodore players there, but it falls to the ground before it's picked off.
5:58 to go here in the first quarter. If you're going to take a heat timeout, this is the time to do it. 2nd down and 10 from the 17. Abraham takes the snap, gives to Phillips. Phillips not much running room at all, and he's going to be stopped. He might have got a yard. Will depend on the spot. As a host of Commodores in the backfield that time before he ever had a chance. They're going to spot it at the 16. So it's 3rd down and 9 for the Chargers. Phillips 5 carries for 14 yards so far. Possession play coming up for the Chargers on 3rd and 9 at the 16. Abraham working again out of the shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers in the game. A 3-man front for the Commodores, everybody else in the secondary. Back to throw Abraham over the middle, got a man open, and it's incomplete. He led him a little bit too much. It was intended for Zach Cowser at the 1-yard line, and now Coach Hill's going to send in the field goal kicking team right here, and I think this is a good decision. Try to get some points.
You got to take the points here. You'd hate to come up empty on this drive. You'd like a touchdown, Don, but you got to attempt the field goal here. As Oxford will try to make it a 3-0 lead with 5:15 left here in the first.
Abraham not real sharp on that drive. He missed Cowser on a couple of pass plays, 2 out of 6 for 27 yards, and now Liam Cooper will attempt a 34-yard field goal out of the hold of Bianco. He's got plenty of leg, and the kick is up, and it is good. And the Chargers take the lead as Cooper knocks it in from 34 yards out. And with 5:11 to go in the first quarter, it's the Chargers 3, Commodores nothing. We'll take a break. You're listening to Oxford Charger football here on the Bullseye 95.5. Stay with us. We're back here at Bobby Holcomb Field as the crowd's starting to fill up the seats here. Good crowd on hand for this one between the Chargers and the Commodores. Non-region game. The final non-region game to any of the season for the Chargers. They'll have a bye week next week, and then you and I will head down to West Point.
Always an exciting time when we go down to West Point. It's a tough place to play, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I don't know if the Chargers have won at West Point before.
I don't think they have. At least they haven't since I've been doing games. Of course, they didn't play very much until recently in this decade, the 2000s.
It will be a good bye week next week for Coach Hill to regroup. He's had a tough, what I call, first half of the season.
Connell Yost will kick off. Owens is back deep, and it's going to be a short pooch kick, and it's fielded at the 21-yard line. 25, 30. Owens across the 30 to the 32 before he's wrestled down there. So it'll be Commodore football, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. If you're Lafayette, you got to feel pretty good about the fact only giving up the field goal there.
Well, what it does, Don, is let your defense know they can stop this potent Oxford offense. Don't only give up a field goal there, but one thing the offense has got to do here for Lafayette, they can't get down early in this game. They've got to try to put some points on the board to keep it a close game.
Oxford with 19 yards on the ground, 27 through the air on that drive. A 46-yard drive. They have to settle for a field goal and lead 3-0, and now we get the heat timeout. And so we'll keep it here while the two teams will huddle up on their respective sidelines. We'll be off next week, of course, but we'll be back in 2 weeks as the Chargers take on the Green Wave. West Point's playing Columbus tonight. West Point, they played about as tough of a schedule as anybody. They lost last week to Starkville 34-3. They also lost to South Panola, and their win was over a pretty good 6A Grenada team.
Yeah, they've had a tough pre-region schedule. Looking forward to that game in 2 weeks. It's always an exciting game against Oxford and West Point. Charger defense will come out here and try to stop. This is the second time the Commodores have had the ball here in the first quarter.
Commodores will go back on offense. They ran 5 plays on that first drive, all on the ground. Thomas has not thrown a pass as of right now.
Don, one thing that's really cost the Commodores early in this season is they've moved the ball pretty well against some of those other teams. They've just had a number of turnovers.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Thomas, the senior quarterback, out of the shotgun. He takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. A little bit of running room out to the 35-yard line. He's stacked up there by a host of blue jerseys. Gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Owens has really filled in pretty good. That was actually number 10, Joyner, on the carry instead. He got 4 yards to the 36. Owens and Joyner combined have actually had more yards rushing this year than they had last year when they had D.K. Buford back there. 2nd down and 6 at the 36-yard line. 2 wide receivers split wide to the left. Thomas out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to run on zone read and hand it off. Nowhere to go that time for Joyner. Joyner lost a yard back to the 35.
Yeah, once again, I believe it might have been fair that time on the tackle. It was.
Third down and 7.
Yeah, number 9, D. Fair, the junior tight end. Playing a little defense there, doing a good job.
Thomas is 6 foot 175. He was transferred into Lafayette a couple of years ago and had the big shoes to fill after stepping in after the 3 years that Liggins was quarterback out there. 3rd and 7. Back to throw is Thomas. Over the middle, that pass is knocked away. A flag is down, though, and I think they're going to call interference on DQ
that
Thomas.
was a good call there by the back judge. It definitely was hit before the ball got to him, so a 1st down there for the Commodores, a bad break for the Chargers.
He just took the snap, stood up, tried to throw a quick slant to Tay Owens, and DQ Thomas, the safety, came up and hit him a little early, and it'll be a 1st down for the Commodores on the penalty. That was the first pass attempt of the game for the Doors. They'll mark off the 15 yards, and this is one of those cases where in high school rules, it turns out to be a worse penalty than it would be in other situations when it's a spot foul. So 15-yard penalty carries it all the way out to midfield. 1st and 10 Commodores at the midfield stripe. 3-0 Chargers with 3:33 to go here in the first quarter. Thomas again out of the shotgun. Tyler Williams split wide to the right. They're going to try to throw a fly route to Williams, and it's covered up pretty well over here by D.K. Hutchins as the pass sails over the head of everybody and out of bounds. Be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, attempted for number 4, Tyler Williams, but you're right. Hutchins doing a good job on this near sideline, toe-to-toe with the receiver as the ball sails a couple yards past him.
Good to have KT McCollin, the senior cornerback, back in there. His first action of the season after a left knee injury. He's over there at right corner. They have not thrown his way so far. 2nd and 10 at midfield. Thomas out of the shotgun again. Thomas is going to run the zone read. This time he keeps it, and McGee hits him and drops him after a gain of 1. Michael McGee read that one perfectly, stayed with the quarterback, and dropped him after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, took a pretty good shot there. Nice job by McGee, stepped up there in the middle of the play to make the stop.
Again, Lafayette is facing 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9 in this situation at the 49 of Oxford. 3 minutes to go, first quarter, 3-0 is your score. Oxford on top. Shotgun formation now, whistle, and I think we got a timeout taken.
Yeah, Commodores are going to call a timeout. They didn't like what they saw, so they'll call a timeout and talk it over.
We'll take a 30-second break and hear from our sponsors. Chargers 3, Commodores nothing. 2:41 to go first quarter. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Charger football here on the Bullseye 95.5. We're glad you could join us here for Charger football. Crosstown Classic here tonight. Denny, you and I have seen a lot of them, and we've had some good ones over the years. My favorite, I was telling John Davis earlier this week, back in 2005 when Oxford won here on this field, 28-25.
Yeah, it definitely was a good one to remember there.
3rd down and 9 here. Thomas again out of the shotgun. He takes the snap, looks to throw, swings it out to the running back out of the backfield, has a little room to run. There's a flag down. That's Owens. Owens cuts inside the 45 to the 44, short of the first down. There is a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a personal foul against Oxford, and that'll give the Commodores a first down.
Well, that's the second big penalty of this drive that resulted in a big first down. I believe that was KT McCollin hit the quarterback late. And that results, you're right, in another Commodore first down. Their 3rd of this quarter.
So a gain of 5 and another 15 yards going to be tacked on to the end of there. That's 2 15-yard penalties on this drive. Those are the kind of mistakes you just can't make against a team that struggles to score. That's going to spot it all the way down at the 29-yard line. It should.
Yeah, you can't give them these little easy plays, Don, especially as well as your defense plays. It really hurts you when you get these big penalties.
I think they called that on McCollin. He checks out of the game. Jordan Carruthers comes in at right corner.
30 yards worth of penalties here on this drive. Takes it down to the Charger 34-yard line.
You want your guys to be aggressive, but you just don't want them to be overly aggressive. Actually, they only marked off 10 yards from the end of the play there. It's at the 34-yard line instead of the 29. 1st and 10 Commodores at the Charger 34. Thomas going to run the option out of the shotgun. Has a little bit of room, and he tucks it inside to the 31. He's hit hard there and driven back again by Michael McGee.
McGee really stepping up here on this possession. His second tackle of this possession.
You got to figure, Denny, McGee's job is to stay with Thomas, whatever he does, and so far that's been the case. 2nd down and 7 at the Charger 31. One thing the Commodores are doing is they're running some clock, and that's exactly the game plan they wanted. They've got it down to 1:40 to go in the first quarter with Oxford on top 3-0. 2nd and 7 at the 31. Ball is on the left hash. Thomas is going to hand it off this time straight up the middle. That's Price. Price is playing now. His first carry of the season. He bounces it outside inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. First action of the year for the guy that they really thought was going to be their feature back this year.
Yeah, made a stop that time. That was number 40, Carruthers, on the tackle for the Chargers.
3rd down now. 5 yards to go. Got to figure the Commodores are in 4-down territory here. Third and 5 for the Doors at the Charger 29. Thomas out of the shotgun, 2-wider. Here comes the blitz. They hand it off up the middle, and they got him. Stacked him up at the 28 for a minimal gain.
Yeah, might have picked up a few there, Don, but it's going to be 4th down and probably 5, maybe 6, depending on where they spot the football here.
That was Price again on the carry, and actually they say no gain as he is dropped at the 29-yard line. So now it's 4th down and 5, and I think you got to go for it if you're the Commodores.
Go for it. It'd be about a 46-yard field goal attempt. I think Lafayette will definitely go for it here on 4th down.
4th and 5, the Doors offense still out on the field. Under a minute to play now with 50 seconds to go.
Commodores might let the clock run down and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry.
And they do. Good call. They got down to 1 second. Thomas looked up as he was just now breaking into the offensive set, and they had to burn their first timeout of the game. So, or is that their second timeout they've used? I think it is.
That's going to be their second timeout.
So they're down to 1 timeout remaining. Oxford has 2. And we'll keep it here. We don't want to miss this big play. 4th down and 5.
Maya Shepard, and Catherine Vega, Salmaya Dean, and Catherine Gerner, Ellie Hinton.
Denny, was a sad week losing Stan Sandroni. We want to send out our thoughts and prayers to his wife, Glenda, and their son, Christopher, who's on the Oxford basketball team. We've gotten to know him a little bit, and just a sad story, but we're certainly thinking about them.
Yeah, really are. And Stan was definitely an Ole Miss icon, been around a long time, knew everybody. I think everybody that knows Stan has a good story about him.
Exactly. Some more big news this week for the Chargers. Oxford High School, once again named to the top schools in America by Newsweek magazine. The only school in Mississippi. That's a proud accomplishment right there.
Yeah, take your hats off to the administration and the teachers there at the high school, and obviously the parents that do a good job with those students.
4th and 5. Thomas out of the shotgun. He's going to throw. Thomas looks, throws, and that pass is incomplete, and the Chargers hold. He threw it almost in the back of DQ Thomas, who was defending the receiver. He didn't look around, but fortunately, he was able to block off the intended receiver to where he didn't have any chance of catching it, and the Chargers take over.
Well, a good job there by DQ. He was toe-to-toe, Don, with the receiver, and the Commodores will turn it over on downs with 37 seconds remaining. But once again, the Commodores have a long, extended drive. It does result in a turnover on downs, but they did run some clock.
Chargers take over, only the second possession of the game.
A 4-minute and 34-second drive for the Commodores.
Oxford will have it at their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10 to go. Four wide receiver package. Abraham out of the shotgun, drops back to throw. This time has good protection, throws, has a man open, and he fell down at the 33 after he caught it. A gain of 4. That was Kenzie Phillips. Phillips looked to turn up the field. He was open. I'm not sure he realized how wide open he was, and then he slipped when he tried to turn. But a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Abraham hands it off on a speed sweep to Phillips, 35-40. Flag is down, 45-50, all the way to the 48 of Lafayette, but there's a flag in the backfield, and I would think this one's coming back.
You're exactly right. It's going to be probably a holding call against the Chargers. If that's the case, that's another big penalty that's really hurt the Chargers here in the first quarter. It is holding against Oxford.
Back them up 10 yards from the point of the foul. That'll take away the best run of the day for Kenzie Phillips.
And that should be the last play of the first quarter.
And it will. So the penalty will be spotted and marked off as we will come back to the second quarter. A defensive battle here in the first quarter. After 1, Chargers 3, Lafayette nothing. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more Charger football. First of all, hold on. They may run one more play. We're going to keep it here because it looks like the officials are lining them up for one last play as they back them up to the 23-yard line. So it is going to be 2nd down and 16 from the 23. Pistol formation. Abraham's going to hand it off to Phillips, who bounces it out to the right side, has some room across the 30, out to the 33-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of about 10 on the play, and that'll be the end of the quarter. Into 1, Chargers 3, Lafayette nothing. Let's take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment. We're back here as we go into the second quarter. Don Brooks alongside Denny Tosh and Shaq Ham on camera, with Chris back in the studio. Former principal Bill Hovius, who is now retired but still has a lot to do with the program, named the 12th man tonight. As we get back to action here, Chargers have it at their own 34. It's 3rd and 5, a big play coming up to try to keep this drive alive. Abraham out of the shotgun, 9 seconds on the play clock, looks to throw a quick slant. It's caught, and it's going to be Greaser. Took a hard lick as he spun around at the 44-yard line, but that's going to be a first down, Jimmy Greaser.
Yeah, Murphy took a pretty good lick on him there, but he held onto the football, and Chargers pick up a first down.
Gain of 10 on the play that time. Greaser's first catch of the night. He had a good game last week at Eastside. 1st and 10 at the 44. Here's a quick pass out in the flat. That ball's caught by White. White spins away from a tackler, gets away to the 45, shakes another tackle, goes all the way to the 40 of Lafayette. And he turned in what was going to be a short 5-yard gain into a gain of about 16 on the play.
Yeah, he was hit initially about the 47-yard line, Don. Broke a couple tackles, spun away, and picks up another Charger first down.
First catch of the year, for the game for Kyrie White, who's the leading receiver for the Chargers. First down at the 40. Abraham to throw again. This time he's having to be flushed out of the pocket. The flag is down. Abraham looks to run. He's going to just go out of bounds at the 40. No gain on the play. There is a flag down, and we may have another hold against Oxford.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding against the Chargers. Don, something we really didn't see the first 3 weeks were the penalties that the Chargers have tonight. You know, that's stuff you normally see early in the season, but
well, I think one of the keys, obviously, Coach Robertson knows he has to try to get pressure on the quarterback, so he's sending a lot of guys, and therefore the Charger young offensive line is having a hold on occasions.
back it all the way back to midfield, so it'll be 1st and 20 for the Chargers.
11:26 to go in the second quarter. Oxford 3, Lafayette nothing. Abraham out of the shotgun, back to throw, sets up a middle screen. It's bobbled and dropped by Phillips as he was hit immediately by Murphy. That was John Murphy. And just as the ball hit the hands of Phillips, he hit him down low when the ball came loose.
Well, once again, you're right that Commodores bringing a number of players there on the blitz.
Chargers trying to catch him in that blitz with a screen, but Murphy did a good job of staying home, and now it's forcing a 2nd down and 20. Kenzie Phillips in the backfield to the right of Abraham, who drops back to throw. Abraham throws a dart, caught at the 36 by Metcalf, who shakes the tackle. He's down to the 31. He's just short of the first down. A gain of 19 on the play to DK Metcalf.
Yeah, big play. Nice pass there by Abraham. Threw that into some coverage, but Metcalf was there and made a big catch for the Chargers. It's going to be a 3rd down and 1 for Oxford.
Metcalf, who's been relatively quiet in the first 3 games, 3 catches for 46 yards so far. 3rd and 1. Here's a give to Phillips straight ahead. First down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. As that was a slow developing play, Phillips just let his blockers open a little bit of a hole to where he could ease through for a first down.
We got a flag down on the far sideline at about the 30-yard line.
So hold everything. It was a first down initially. I don't even know if the referee has
seen it yet.
Yet. Now he goes in and gets the call.
Against Lafayette, it looks like maybe offsides.
Yep. Looks like some type of illegal substitution, or maybe they had too many men on the field.
Illegal substitution.
So it'll be a first down. They'll tack on 5 yards at the end of the run. So a gain of 2 for Phillips. First down to the 29, and they'll tack on 5 more yards to the 24. So it's 1st and 10 Chargers at the Commodore 24-yard line. With 10:54 to go here in the first half, and Oxford trying to extend a 3-0 lead. Abraham out of the shotgun. Abraham is going to take the snap, drop back to throw, throws on a back shoulder pass, and it's intercepted at the 7-yard line. And that's number 4, Tyler Williams. Looked like there was some confusion between Metcalf and Abraham. Metcalf kept going as if he was running a fly route. Abraham looked like he was throwing a back shoulder pass to the sideline, and Tyler Williams just picked it off.
Yeah, Williams was in the right place at the right time as Metcalf was a good 4 or 5 yards behind the defender. And the Chargers turn it over, and Lafayette catches a break. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line. Actually, about the 7-yard line.
Only the 2nd interception of the season thrown by Abraham. First turnover of the night, and all of a sudden now a little bit of momentum in favor of the Commodores as they hold here. They get the ball back deep up in their own territory, though, at the 7-yard line. Thomas out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Picking his way across the 10 out to about the 14-yard line goes Joyner. Joyner gave him some breathing room there with a pickup of about 7. They're going to say he's down at the 13, so gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 at the 13-yard line. Thomas out of the shotgun. Joyner over his right shoulder. He's going to run the zone read this time. Thomas going to keep it. Thomas has some room. He crosses the 20 all the way out to the 24-yard line before he's caught from behind by DQ Thomas. And it's a first down and a pickup of 11 on the play, and that moves the chains. Through the first quarter, Lafayette had 29 yards rushing, 5 through the air for 34 yards. Oxford 29 yards on the ground, 31 through the air for 60 yards. Now it's 1st and 10 doors at the 24. Shotgun formation. Thomas is going to send man in motion. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Nothing doing this time. Maybe a yard to the 25. That was Owens on the carry. And Owens gets 1 to the 25. It'll be 2nd and 9.
On the tackle, number 10, Mike McGee. Number 3, Thomas Allen. Gain of 1 yard on the play. 2nd down and 9.
2nd down, 9 yards to go at the 25-yard line. The clock is under 9 minutes to play in the first half with a 3-0 Charger lead. Shotgun formation once again. Here's the handoff again to Price, and Price was tripped up, tried to get his hand down to stay on his feet, but his knee hit the ground at the 26. Gain of only 1, and now it's 3rd down and long.
Might have picked up a yard on the play. They will give him 1 yard. Chargers got to be careful here with the penalty. They would love to hold, get the ball back, good field position.
Price has come in after being injured on 3 carries for 3 yards. Now they face a 3rd and 8 at the 26-yard line. Chargers trying to hold and get the football back here with a lot of time still to go in the second quarter. Thomas out of the shotgun. 5 men across the front, now sits for Oxford. Thomas going to roll to his left, looking down the field. He throws, ball batted up in the air, picked off at the 46 by McCollin. McCollin to the 45, 40, bringing it back to the 35, 30, weaving his way across the field, still on his feet to the 25, and he's finally dropped at the 25-yard line. The pass was deflected up in the air, and McCollin made a nice catch along the turf off his shoestrings, and then brings it all the way back, and a big play by the senior.
Yeah, big play there. He intercepted Don at about the 50-yard line and returned it down the field, and they're going to spot it down at the 25, so Chargers have good field position after the interception.
So the Chargers get it right back in good shape at the Commodore 25-yard line. Each team with a turnover now. And Oxford takes their offense back out onto the field. Metcalf will line up wide to the right. White, Greaser, and Cowser to the left. Shotgun formation. Here's the handoff to Phillips, and Phillips has nowhere to go. He breaks the tackle, though, in the backfield, dragging a man inside the 25 to the 24. Looked like he was going to lose 2, but he got a yard out of it.
Yeah, finally was brought down by a host of Commodores, but you're right, drug a couple defenders there and turned a loss into a gain. They're going to give him 1 yard on the carry.
Denny, for the most part, you hate to say this, but the defensive front of Lafayette is winning the battles right now up front, it seems like.
Yeah, they are. That's one thing we knew going into this game. Lafayette has a strong defense like always.
Back to throw Abraham. He throws over the middle, has his man at the 15-yard line. That's close to a first down. It's Jimmy Greaser once again, and I think he's got enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they're going to spot the ball. Needed to get down to about the 15. They're going to spot it at the 14, so it is enough for the first down.
Be a gain of 10 on the play. Greaser's second catch of the night. 1st and 10 at the 14. Quick snap, swing pass out in the flat. Caught by Metcalf. Metcalf turns up the field, and he's up in it at the 10 after a gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Good blocking on the side there where Metcalf was. That was Greaser who blocked a couple defenders of Lafayette, giving Metcalf a chance to pick up some yards.
2nd down and 6 at the 10-yard line. Shotgun formation for Abraham. Abraham hands it off up the middle to Phillips, who battles his way down into the red zone. He's into the 6-yard, down to the 6-yard line for a gain of 4 once again. It'll set up 3rd and 2.
I think your Chargers are in 4-down territory here.
9 carries for 31 yards. 3rd and 2 at the sits. They give to Phillips again, and Phillips bounces it to the right. He's close to a first down. I think he's got it. He started to go straight up the middle. Nothing was there, and he just kind of cut to the right of the right tackle and gets to the 4. It'll be 1st and goal to go at the 4-yard line. No huddle offense for the Chargers. On 1st and goal at the 4, again, Abraham in the shotgun gives to Phillips again. Phillips straight ahead, and he's going to get to about the 2. Still not down, and then finally blow the whistle. His progress was stopped. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like they're going to put it down at about the 3-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 1. 2nd down and goal at the 3. Shotgun again. Abraham to throw. Swing pass to Metcalf. 5, 1, touchdown as he hurdles into the end zone for the score. DK Metcalf, who was injured in this game a year ago and missed half the season, with a nice little swing pass, he takes it in for a 3-yard touchdown pass to give the Chargers a 9-0 lead. Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ben Bianco, the backup quarterback. Try to give the Chargers a 10-0 lead here. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 5 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first half. Chargers 10, Lafayette nothing. We'll take a break and be back with a kickoff after this. Chargers able to capitalize on an interception by KT McCollum. They go 25 yards, and DK Metcalf able to take it in for his 2nd touchdown of the year on a 3-yard touchdown pass from Jack Abraham, his 8th of the year. And Denny Abraham is now 9 out of 15 for 93 yards on the night. Here's a little short pooch punt, a pooch kick, I should say, and it goes out of bounds, which will give the Doors the football at the 35-yard line. Not really an onside kick, just kind of a little short kick to try to angle it toward the sideline, force Lafayette into maybe even taking a fair catch or not having a lot of room to run. But the thing you don't want to do in that case is kick it out of bounds.
Now, that's something the Chargers have done a number of times this year, and they're going to get the heat time out here. Now, that's one thing we like to ask. Why don't they do it on the touchdown?
I know.
We'll keep it here. We'll try to get some scores for you. There's a number of games going on around the state tonight.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about the heat timeout, it's not a big deal, but either take it after the touchdown like you said, or take it right at the 6-minute mark.
Right.
Here they wait till it gets down to about 5 minutes before they take it. Just no consistency with it.
At the end of halftime.
10-0 the score. Commodores, I'm not sure if they have Shannon or MUS next week. They still have 2 more non-region games.
They've got Shannon next week, and they play MUS the week after that.
There's only 6 teams in their region, so they only play 5 region games.
West Point leads Columbus 7-0 with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. DeSoto Central 10, the Gators of Lake Cormorant 0.
We'll see the Gators' last game of the season.
Big game night. Tupelo leads Saltillo 7-3 in the second quarter.
1st and 10 Doors at the 35. Thomas takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. A little bit of running room, but not much. Maybe a couple to the 37-yard line. Let's see who the ball carrier is. It's number 10, Joyner. And Joyner picks up 2. He's been the primary guy tonight. That is his 7th carry for 24 yards. 2nd down, they're going to give him 3 yards. So it's 2nd down and 7 at the 38-yard line. Those stats through one quarter, Oxford led them 60-34, but put up some more passing yards since then here in the second quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 38. Thomas going to run the zone read and runs the option out of it, and he's upended across the 40 to the 42. He picked up about 5 yards on the play. Is going to set up 3rd down and 3 for the Commodores. Well, when you coming in, Thomas was pretty inept at running that zone read. He hadn't run a whole lot this year, though. In 3 games, he only had 91 yards rushing.
Yeah, and then, Don, this is a big play for this Commodore offense. They would love to try to keep this drive alive. If they're forced to punt the ball away here, Oxford still has plenty of time to score with 2 timeouts remaining and 4:08 left here in the first half.
Commodore still with only 1 offensive touchdown. That was a rush by Thomas, and that was against Corinth. 3rd and 3 at the 42. He's going to hand it off again. 1st down and more across midfield. Off to the races. 40, 35, 30. Joyner's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. Commodores right up the middle. He broke 1 tackle. They probably should have stopped him right there close to the 1st down sticks. And he broke it loose and took it the distance.
Joyner showed a lot of speed there as he got out in the open field. No Charger defender was going to catch him. And Don, I don't know if you see on the near sideline here, McGee's limping off right at about midfield. Hopefully he'll be okay.
58 yards straight up the gut. Now, the line of scrimmage was the 42. He goes 58 yards.
Well, that's one way to stay in this game. Lafayette's 2nd touchdown of the season. Their 1st points of the night, and Holland will come on to attempt the extra point. The left foot kicker.
Brian Holland. Good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Commodores right back in the game on a big run by Joyner. And with 3:45 remaining in the first half, it's Oxford 10, Lafayette 7. We'll take a break and be back with more Charger football here on the Bullseye 95.5. Well, the Doors needed a big play, and they got it from senior running back Tavon Joyner. A 58-yard scamper to put the Doors on the board and cut the lead to 3. That was his 8th carry for 83 yards now. And Commodores will kick off. Number 27 for Lafayette, Ryan Holland, will kick off. And Holland, with a short kick, angle to the far sideline. That goes out of bounds, and so the Chargers now will get it at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, still plenty of time. 3:45 remaining here in the first half. Chargers with 2 timeouts. And Oxford will get the ball to start the second half.
Well, the Commodores still not with a lot of offense, but they get the big play. You take that one play away from them, they have 56 yards on the ground, only 5 through the air for 61 yards, but they get the big play, which has hurt the Chargers in a lot of games. The 2 scores last week for Cleveland came on big plays. Here's the quarterback keeper, and the pass is caught by White along the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds. Looked like Abraham was going to run with it, and then all of a sudden he looked up and saw White, and he hit him right along the sideline for a gain of about 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, Kyrie Wright was upended, picks up some pretty good yards. It looked like Abraham was either going to run it out or tuck it and go with it, Don, but he found a wide open White.
2nd and 2. It was a gain of 8 to the 43. 2 catches tonight for White. Out of the shotgun, Abraham back to throw again. Throws an out route that's caught by Metcalf at the 49 of the Commodores. And he tiptoes the sideline before going out of bounds at the 47.
On the tackle, number 5, Zeke Wiggins. The game is inside.
2 plays, 2 completed passes there, and the Chargers still with plenty of time. Only ran 11 seconds off the clock. 3:34 left here in the first half.
Gain of 10 to the 47 Lafayette. Abraham looks over the sideline to get the call. 1st and 10 at the Commodore 47-yard line. Philip Shalom set back. 3 wide receivers split wide to the left. Metcalf to the right. Back to throw again. He goes to Metcalf. A slip screen. 45. Metcalf. 40. Down the sideline. 35. Jumps over a guy inside the 20 and out of bounds. He leaped right over the defender. Looked like a track star right there, like Willie Galt.
That was rocket he went right over the top of, Don. That's the 2nd time Metcalf has done that tonight. As Rocket looked like a hurdle out there.
All the way to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 27 on the play. Back to throw is Abraham. He swings it out incomplete this time as he underthrew Cowser. And it'll be second down and 10.
Pass is incomplete on the play intended for Cowser. Second down and 10.
And we'll stop the clock with 3:21 remaining here in the first half. As Oxford will have it second down and 10.
How about Metcalf tonight? D. Kalen, the junior, has 7 catches for 90 yards.
That last one was a big one.
Second and 10 at the 20. Still a lot of time. 3:21 to go in the first half. Back again is Abraham to throw. This time he throws into traffic and it's incomplete. It was intended for Kyrie White. Eli Murphy had the coverage.
White might have got hit a little early on the play, but a no call by the official. And
Third down and 10.
good coverage there by the Commodore defense.
Third down 10 on the near hash. Out of the shotgun, Phillips to the left of Abraham. Again, 4 wide receivers. Rolling the pocket to the left is Abraham. Abraham now looks back to the right, nobody open. He spins his way down to about the 16, where it's going to set up 4th down and a potential field goal attempt. We'll see what Coach Hill decides to do. I think he's going to go for the points. Gain of 4 for Abraham to the 16, and Coach Hill is going to try a field goal.
Yeah, Cooper will come on to attempt the field goal. They'll spot the ball at about the 16-yard line, so this should be about a 33-yard field goal attempt.
Well within the range of Cooper, who's already hit a 34-yarder. The snap is good. The placement is down. The kick has plenty of leg, but he hooked it. Wide left, no good. And the Commodore crowd comes to life across the way as the Chargers missed an opportunity to get some points. A missed field goal, and now we still got a 3-point ball game at 10-7.
Yeah, 2:37 remaining here in the second quarter. As the Commodores will have the ball, they'll have 1 timeout to work with. Good to see McGee back on the field as he limped off that last series on defense. But he's back on the field for the Chargers.
I still like the call by Coach Hill. You try to get some points on the board.
Yeah, as well as Cooper's
good.
kick this year. Man, that's something you got to attempt the field goal there. Had plenty of leg, just missed it a little bit to the left.
Doors take over at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. 10-7 Chargers. 2:37 to go, 1 timeout left for Lafayette. We'll see if they try to just work some clock and get out of here with a 3-point deficit, or if they're going to try to put the ball in the air. They hand it off this time to Owens, and Owens is off the right side. A nice run, but a flag is down as he gets across the 28-yard line. This one's coming back. I think we're going to have another holding penalty against Lafayette, and that's going to back them up.
Holding against the Commodore. That penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. The ball will be placed at the 10-yard line. 1st down.
So that's big there because that backs them up to the 10. I think if you get a couple of stops here, I think you'll see Coach Hill use his timeouts here on defense to try to get the ball back.
Yeah, still has 2 timeouts remaining. Burned one early there in the first quarter.
Especially if Lafayette's going to be content to just run the ball. 1st and 20, backed up at the 10-yard line now for the Doors. 2:17 remaining in the first half.
I think you're going to see Lafayette run the ball and try to run this clock out.
Thomas out of the shotgun. He is going to hand it off straight up the middle and hit hard by J.R. Anderson. He was able to spin away and get close to the 15.
Coach Hill is going to burn his second timeout with 1:57 remaining here. As it'll be second down and 15 for the Commodores.
Joyner on the carry once again, picked up 5. And that'll leave the Chargers with 1 timeout remaining. Joyner, who had the big touchdown run, picks up 5. And now you get another stop. You can stop it again And then, of course, Lafayette, if they elect to, could run it and take off some clock on that third down play.
I don't think you're going to see Lafayette put the ball in the air on these next two plays. I think they're going to run the ball, try to run some of this clock. They really can't afford, they've played a good first half, they can't afford to give Oxford the ball back with any time.
I agree with you. I think if you're Coach Robertson right here, you just got to try to get to the locker room down by only 3, unless you can get a big run to give you some field position to get the ball out around midfield. Maybe then you take a couple of shots, but I just don't think they have enough confidence in their passing game.
Well, they can't afford to stop the clock, especially with Oxford only 1 timeout remaining.
2nd down and 15 from the 15. They don't go under center at all, I don't believe. Out of the shotgun again. And Thomas is going to hand it off the right side, breaking the tackle at the line, crossing the 20, out to the 25, and still battling all the way to the 26-yard line goes Tyrell Price, a gain of 11.
Yeah, and Coach Hill will burn his 3rd and final timeout, 1:48 remaining. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5 for the Commodores.
Well, you make that commitment to take the timeouts. And now Lafayette has a 3rd and 4, certainly more manageable to try to convert.
If the Chargers can stop here, force Lafayette to punt, Lafayette probably can get it down to about a minute, maybe a minute and 5 left here before they're forced to punt it.
Oxford, of course, would have to work with no timeouts remaining. Crowd is really filled in. Good student crowd tonight for the Chargers.
Yeah, good crowd on the home side as well as the visiting side. The Commodores brought a bunch of people across town.
Stay with us at halftime as we'll have an interview with Oxford Citizen Sports Editor John Davis and talking about this Crosstown Classic. 44th meeting. Lafayette leads the series 17-2. Coach Hill is one of only 2 coaches with a winning record for Oxford in this series. You know who the other one was, Denny?
I'm going to have to cheat and look.
It was the very first coach that ever coached against Lafayette, and his son is an assistant on the Chargers right now.
Bobby Sanders.
Bobby Sanders Sr. Chargers trying to get a stop here and get that football back. 3rd down and 4 from the 26-yard line. 10-7 Oxford here with minute 48 to go in the first half. Thomas takes the snap, hands it off, breaking his way to the 28, but not enough for the first down. A nice tackle by D. Fair, and Harlan Stewart was there as well. And it looks like DQ Thomas a little slow getting up, but he's on his feet now. Gain of a 2. It'll bring up 4th down and a punt by Lafayette.
Have not started the play clock yet. Clock continues to run 1:22.
Lafayette will take as much time as they can. Now they wind it.
Yeah, Oxford will get the ball back with about 45, 50 seconds. 17 on the play clock, a minute on the game clock.
Does Lafayette have a timeout remaining?
They do not.
Because they can't take it all the way down unless they want a penalty.
They might have 1, and they do have 1. They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, okay.
So they had 1 remaining.
They take that last timeout, get the clock down to 46 seconds. Kyrie White, the junior, is back deep to receive for the Chargers.
Oxford will get the ball back, Don, with less than a minute remaining here in the first half.
I think a big key right now, if you're Coach Hill on the special teams, you tell Kyrie right here, you've got to catch the punt if all possible.
Yep.
And not let that ball hit that turf and roll and call a fair catch. Give your offense a couple of plays to get down the field and at least try to set up a field goal.
If I'm Coach Hill, I might bring 10 players here, try to block this. White will stand back at about the 45-yard line, so if Oxford is able to get the ball back here after the punt, they should have pretty good field position.
Chase Coker, number 82, does the punting for the Commodores. Yeah, they got 10 guys on the line, and here they come, and a nice kick. And Wyatt will call a fair catch, but then he lets it bounce. That's a bad play.
Yeah, Wyatt's got to go up and make that catch, especially after you call a fair catch. You've got to make that play. As it Don, the ball bounced about 10 yards after it hit.
Yeah, you lost about 10, 11 yards in field position by not catching that ball, and it hops all the way down to the 29, and it'll be 1st and 10 to go for the Chargers at the 29.
36 seconds, 36.9 seconds remaining, as Oxford has no timeouts and will try to march it down the field.
Shotgun formation. Abraham to throw, and he works the sideline to Metcalf, who goes out of bounds. A quick play to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9 on the play.
Ran out of bounds by number 5, Liggins. And number 4, Williams. Gain of 9 yards on the play.
Metcalf has certainly lived up to his billing tonight. He's been big time for the Chargers in this first half. 2nd down and 1. Lafayette jumps across, and that's going to give the Chargers the first down without the clock running. It was number 58, the nose tackle, who came into the neutral zone as Kerrion Kynes, a senior, made contact with Skidmore, the center. And so it'll be a first down, Chargers, out to the 43. Shotgun formation for Abraham. He takes the snap, drops back to throw, has good time, throws over the middle, incomplete, too tall for Cowsers. It went off his hand. And Cowser, the intended receiver at the 40, sits a Lafayette. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Clock will stop, 29 seconds remaining.
Again, Abraham to throw. Quick pass over the middle. This time Cowser has it inside the 45, down to the 43 of Lafayette for a first down. Just a quick pass over the middle to Cowser. And they're going to say he got all the way to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 14 on the play.
Down another 12, 13 yards. Oxford could try to get field goal position. Clock will run, 23 seconds remaining.
Back to throw. Abraham throws over the middle for Cowser again. It's caught at the 34-yard line. Yards short of the first down, so the clock will continue to run. They got to spike it right here.
They're going to spot the ball. It should be a first down where they spot it. So the clock should stop. They got to hurry.
And now there's a flag down. That's bad officiating there.
Yeah, the chain. They never moved the chains. It should have been enough for the first down.
Yeah, they gave him a really good spot, I thought. They called delay a game against Oxford. At least that was a signal. They say it was not a first down. It was a 9-yard gain, apparently.
Well, they spotted it at the 33, and the chain's right at the 34-yard line. Oxford's going to have one more play to try to throw in the end zone.
Yep, 2 seconds to go. Abraham's going to throw to the end zone, and it's White who catches it at the 5, and he's in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Chargers. Kyrie White went over the defender and caught it. And Denny, what does that remind you of a few years ago out at Lafayette when Liggins did the same thing to us right before halftime?
I'm going to tell you what, if you're Lafayette and you're the defensive coach over there, you've got to not be happy about that. When you let the defender get behind you, and Abraham just threw that one up in the air, Don, just threw it towards the corner, far sideline, and Kyrie White makes a big grab for the Chargers.
Was it the 39-yard line?
That's right,
39-yard pass. And the Chargers get a big touchdown with no time on the clock. That's a dagger if you're the Commodores. And the extra point is up, and it is good. That's the end of the first half. And the Chargers with a big touchdown on the last play of the first half. And in the Crosstown Classic, it's Oxford 17, Lafayette 7. Let's take a 2-minute break and hear from our local sponsors. Come back and give you some first half stats right after this. Halftime here at Bobby Holcomb Field, and we hope you enjoyed the interview with John Davis as the Chargers are back out along with the Commodores warming up here for the second half. Oxford on top 17-7, and Denny, I think you have some scores for us throughout Mississippi.
They got some scores. Tupelo leads Saltillo 7-3. That's at the half. Pearl 13, Mendenhall 6. A close game between West Point and Columbus. West Point leads 7-0 over Columbus. Clinton 10, Meridian 7. New Hope 34, Caledonia 7. Ripley 24, North Panola 12. Lewisburg leads Independence 21-7. Center Hill 9, IAHS 0. Murrah leads Callaway 18-7, and DeSoto Central 26. The Gators of Lake Cormorant 0.
So the Gators are struggling. I tell you who's looking good in our region right now, and that's New Hope. New Hope beat Aberdeen. They beat Columbus pretty good, and now they're on top of Caledonia tonight.
Yeah, New Hope, a team we didn't know how they would respond, especially after losing their quarterback to Starkville. He transferred into Starkville, but put some points on the board early in the season. I'll tell you another team that's obviously they're losing tonight, but Saltillo team also watching the Chargers region.
Well, the fact that they're playing right with Tupelo, only down 7-3, that tells you a lot right there, that they're hanging in there. They've got a good running game. Diamante Pounds, we'll see them in a few weeks. That'll be the next home game coming up first Friday in October, October the 3rd, as the Tigers will come to town to take on the Chargers in that one. And we're moments away from the second half. You've already told us that the Chargers are going to get the ball first. They'll be going left to right here in the second half of play, as this big crowd enjoying all the halftime festivities.
As Holland will kick off for the Commodores. Again, Don, if you're just joining us, the Chargers scored a touchdown on a last-second throw from Abraham there to end the first half. It really took the wind out of the sail of the Commodores, and Lafayette really needs to hold here if they want to stay in this ball game.
Back deep to receive is KT McCollin and DK Hutchins for the Chargers. They'll stand back at about the 7-yard line as Holland will let it fly. And we'll get this one underway in the second half. And it's going to be a short, high kick angle to the far sideline, taken at the 16-yard line by Hutchins. 20, 25, 30, spins across the 35 all the way out to the 40. So a good return by Hutchins. Lafayette trying to keep it away and kick it short. That time the Chargers got a good return out of it.
Yeah, they'll have good field position to start the second half here as Coach Hill gathers the team on the sideline to talk it over with them. Your offense is back on the field here to start the second half.
Abraham, with those 209 yards passing the first half, is already over 1,000 yards. You remember the day when if you threw for 1,000 yards in a season, that was pretty good?
Yeah, you used to never see that in high school.
Used to be a lot of running back in the old days. 1st and 10 at the 41. Abraham gives to Phillips, and Phillips picks up a couple to the 43 before he's wrestled down by the Commodore defense. Yards have been hard to come by for Kenzie Phillips tonight. 12 carries for 36 yards, averaging just 3 yards per carry for the junior running back.
Chargers stay in that no huddle, get the plays in from the sideline.
2nd down and 8 at the 43. 3 wide receivers wide to the right. Here's the snap. Abraham back to throw. Throws over the middle. Has a man wide open. It's White at the 35-30, 25-20. He's gone! Touchdown, Chargers. That was a skinny post route to Kyrie White. And White caught that pass in stride, Denny, and took it all the way to the end zone untouched.
Yeah, 2 plays, and it results in a touchdown, a 44-second drive, and the Chargers now lead 23-7. That is not what the Commodores wanted to see coming out of the second half.
57-yard pass from Abraham to White. And White continues to put up big numbers. That's 120 yards on the night. His 2nd touchdown of the evening, and now the extra point coming up.
Yeah, Bianco to hold. Cooper will attempt the extra point for the Chargers.
Snap is up. Kick is good. 44 seconds, and the Chargers extend the lead and gain big-time momentum now. With 11:16 to go in the third, it's Chargers 24, Lafayette 7. Let's take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back here. Good start to the second half if you're a Charger fan. Perfect execution there, Denny, on that skinny post. Abraham laid it in there beautifully in stride, and White, too much speed for the secondary of Lafayette.
It really was. Got past those two defenders, and no one was going to catch him as he turned on the speed after he made the catch. And just like that, Don, 2 plays result in a touchdown for this Charger offense here to start the second half.
White with another 100-plus receiving night. 4 catches, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the junior, a guy who a lot of time gets lost in the shuffle with all the good skilled guys the Chargers have. Short kick fielded at the 35 and brought back to the 44 by one of the up men for the Commodores, number 21 on the return. That is Dylan Woods, who's one of their wide receivers. And so they're going to actually spot it at the 45. Commodores have good field position.
Yeah, Lafayette really needs to get something going here on offense. The further they get down in this game, Don, they like to run the football. They're going to have to abandon the run and try to throw it in the air.
Too early to do that right now, though. They've got to try to sustain the run. They just cannot spend a lot of time working clock. They have to get up to the line, run their play. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Thomas, the senior quarterback, out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off straight up the middle across the 45 for a couple of the 47, and that's it. He's stacked up by the Charger defense.
Yeah, really nowhere to go there. Good job there. The defensive line closed in a hurry, and he might have picked up a yard. They will give him a yard on the play.
Joyner on the carry for 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down, actually 1 yard to the 46, they say.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9 from the 46-yard line. 2 wide receivers split wide to the right. Thomas out of the shotgun. Again, he's going to pull it out this time on the zone read. He dives across midfield to the 49 of Oxford for a gain of 5. It'll set up 3rd down and 4.
Thomas might have slipped a little bit as he was cutting up the field, but a big 3rd down play coming up here for the Commodores.
3rd and a long 4 at the Commodore 49.5-yard line. Opening drive of the second half for the Doors. They trail 24-7. Oxford with 2 touchdowns in the last less than a minute. One at the end of the first half, 1 to start the second half. 3rd and 4 at the 49. Thomas out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back who goes nowhere. That is Joyner again. And Joyner is hit and pushed back by Thomas Allen and a host of Chargers.
Yeah, wrapped up in a hurry, brings him down. The Charger defense holds and will force the Commodores to punt it away.
No gain on the play for Tavon Joyner. You almost wonder if they don't try a fake here. I think Coach Hill's going to keep everybody up. He keeps J.R. Anderson in the game. He's got 10 guys up around the line. Kyrie White back deep to receive. But this is the perfect spot on the field if you're the Commodores to try something. Oxford in their base defense, and they do punt it. It's a low line drive that's going to hit. Bounce right to White at the 14. 15, hit, spins, and dropped at the 18-yard line. Good coverage that time by Lafayette. That time it just a low line drive kick. There was no way he could catch it in the air, but it bounced right to Kyrie White, who then returned it to the 18-yard line. And the Chargers will go on offense for the second time here in the second half.
Yeah, Commodores ran some clock there as we're down to 8:55 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
They're going to spot it at the 17-yard line. It's 1st and 10 to go. Chargers at their own 17. Leading in the game 24-7 here in this Crosstown Classic. Oxford trying to win their 3rd straight in the series. Abraham back out at quarterback. He's thrown for 266 already tonight. Abraham back to throw. Abraham throws a deep out route. It's Metcalf at the 24, and he's bumped out of bounds there. We'll see where he say he went out, but it's about 7 or 8 yards on the play. They're going to spot it at the 24-yard line, gain of 7. And that puts Metcalf over 100 yards now on the night with 106. 2nd down and 3 at the 24. Abraham out of the shotgun. He sends Cowser in motion. Takes the snap. Hands it off. This is Colin Lee this time, and Lee's off the left side, and he's out to about the 27. I think he's short of the first down.
Yeah, needed to get up to about the 28-yard line, Don, and probably going to be about a yard short. Yeah, they're going to spot it back at the 27, so it'll be 3rd down and about 1 for the Chargers.
Gain of 2 that time. 3rd and 1. They pitch it out to Phillips. He's got the first down and more across the 35, diving out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, good run there by Phillips. A quick play there by Abraham. Just a little pitch sweep out to Phillips. Results in another Charger first down. They keep the drive alive.
Gain of 6 on the play. First down out to the 37-yard line. Quickly up to the line, the Chargers working out of the no huddle. Abraham, a little swing pass to Metcalf. Metcalf turns up the field and picks up a couple to the 39-yard line. Lafayette read that one pretty well. Knocked him out after a gain of 2.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line. Trips to the left. Metcalf, the lone wide receiver, to the near side. Again, Abraham to throw. Down the middle again. Incomplete out in front of Jimmy Greaser. That was a similar play they scored. They tried to throw a ball deep down the left seam to Jimmy Greaser and just a little bit long.
Yeah, Greaser had to reach out to try to bring that one in, Don, a couple yards in front of him, but a good play call there by the Chargers.
3rd down and 8 from the 39-yard line. Abraham looking to the sideline with 7:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Getting the call. 10 seconds on the play clock, so he's got plenty of time as he works out of the shotgun with Phillips to his left. Takes the snap, back to throw, looking downfield, throws over the middle, has his man Kyrie White at the 45-yard line of Lafayette. That's a first down. A gain of 16 on the play, and that'll move the chains.
Yeah, moves the chains, and White was wide open at about the 45-yard line, and Abraham found him, threw a bullet. And the Chargers keep the drive alive. They get across midfield.
First down, Chargers at the Commodore 45. Abraham again out of the shotgun, no huddle. Back to throw again. Has time, now being flushed out of the pocket. He rolls right, still looking downfield, and he's going to run out of bounds. He got a huge block by Metcalf right at the end of that run that brought some oohs and ahs. One of the Commodores' shoe went flying off.
Yeah, I thought that was the football at first.
It was a gain of 3 for Abraham to the 42 before he was run out of bounds.
You're right, Don. A great block downfield by Metcalf to create some more yards for Abraham.
2nd and 7 at the Commodore 42. Abraham under center this time. Pitches it back to Tyus Hilliard, and he's drilled in the backfield, and a flag goes down. Hilliard took a hard lick.
Yeah, the Chargers are going to be called with a hold after that big hit.
It was number 7, Quinn Jones, and number 35, Vincent Lewis on the tackle, but it's going to be a holding penalty, which will bring it back anyway from the point of the foul.
Yeah, it's going to back it up to about the 45-yard line. Should be 2nd down and about 20.
Second and 20 from the Charger 45. Empty backfield with only Abraham back there. Has plenty of time. Throws down the middle. That ball is caught in traffic at the 42 by Cowser.
Yep. Good job there by Cowser. Had a defender on his back. Somehow hauls it in and holds onto the football. A big grab there across the middle for Cowser.
12-yard gain.
Gain of 13 yards.
3rd catch of the night for Cowser. So it's 3rd down now and 8 yards to go at the Commodore 43, and Cowser had to limp off the field.
Hopefully he's okay. You're right. He limped off there in a hurry.
Abraham to throw again. 3-man rush. He avoids one guy, rolls right, throws down the field. White wide open. He caught it at the 11-yard line. A diving catch by Kyrie White. And White hit the turf hard, and he's shaken up.
He held onto the football. He had to go down low to bring the ball in, Don. He made a great catch. He might have landed on the nose of the ball as he came down.
A gain of 32 yards on the play.
Kyrie White has been all over the field tonight. He's had some big plays for this Charger offense. That's one thing about Abraham. He's got a strong arm. He threw that one on the run, Don, and found White now down near the 10-yard line.
A 3rd and 8. Lafayette only had a 3-man rush. They got some pressure, though, forced him to roll to his right. Abraham never looked down. He kept his eye on the target. And that throw was perfect. He just got it over the head of the defender and allowed White to come all the way across the field and make a diving catch at the 11. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him as he hit that turf hard. And he's up on his feet now. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Up on his own as the trainers go out there to get him back in. But pointing that left shoulder. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
They're going to actually put the ball down on the 10-yard line. So a gain of 33.
Clock continues to run. 6:15. We're about midway through the third quarter. Oxford leading 24-7. Trying to add to that lead.
1st and goal to go. Phillips straight ahead, and Phillips runs into a Tyler Williams and pushes him back. Breaks the tackle, dives down to the 1-yard line. What an effort by Phillips.
What an effort there. A 2nd and 3rd effort by Phillips that time was wrapped up. Should have been brought down at about the 5, maybe 6-yard line. But somehow gets down to the 1.
That was actually Quinn Jones who tried to bring him down and couldn't. He just ran him over, and now Phillips straight ahead, determined to get in, and he does. Touchdown, Chargers, a 1-yard dive for Kenzie Phillips, and all of a sudden the Chargers have taken this game over.
Well, a 3-minute, 12-second drive results in another touchdown, the 2nd touchdown of this second half for the Chargers. And they'll try to make it a 31-7 game with 5:43 left in the third.
That's 4 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks for Phillips, all short runs inside the 5. 2 good back-to-back runs there from the 10, and he finds pay dirt. And now the extra point pending is up, and it is good. That's Connell Yost this time, and the Chargers extend the lead now 31-7 over Lafayette with 5:43 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back with a kickoff after this. We're back here with the Commodores now. Back-to-back touchdowns for Oxford, and the Chargers have opened it up a bit. 31-7 with 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Denny Jack Abraham is only 14 yards away from a career-high passing. Last year he threw for 349 in that first-round playoff game, I believe it was against Vicksburg. He's got 336 tonight.
Yeah, Don, I think he'll probably get it. Last week he probably could have got it but didn't play the entire second half, but I don't think you'll see Coach Hill take Abraham out early in this game.
And what about Kyrie White? 6 catches for 169. Here's the kickoff. Hits at the 20. They pick it up at the 17. Bring it back to the 25, 30. Down the far sideline, 35, 40. Finally run out of bounds up around the 44-yard line. A pretty good return down that far sideline for Lafayette.
Yeah, it was. Lafayette will get the ball with good field position for the second time here in this second half. Don, I think now you're right. You've got it. Lafayette likes to run the football, but time is not on their side. We'll see if they maybe abandon the run here and try to throw it up.
Yeah, I think you got to now. You're down 31-7. You're down 24 points. That's 3 scores and 3 two-point conversions, but you only got a quarter and a half left. Let's see what they do. They work out of the shotgun as they have the entire night.
And take the heat timeout.
They waited around. They could have already taken it. They let the 2 teams get back out on the field. Then they take the heat timeout.
Don, I know they got to take the heat timeout before October. I think there's some people here who wish they had heaters tonight. It's chilly outside.
Coach Parrish's wife is up here in the press box wearing a sweatshirt in September. It's supposed to be nice over the weekend. And hopefully the real hot weather may be behind us a little bit.
Let's hope so. This first couple weeks were very hot for high school football.
I tell you, I'm not going to complain, though, because we've had some games when, like, it was so cold, your hands would be freezing when you wrapped up this equipment.
You're right.
31-7 Chargers here with 5 minutes and 36 seconds left to play. the turning point of this game was the touchdown right before the half with no time on the clock. Lafayette was primed to go into the locker room down only 10-7. Instead, Oxford scores on the last play of the first half to make it 17-7. They get the opening kickoff, score in a hurry on only 2 plays. And all of a sudden now they've opened it up to 31-7. First and 10 doors at their own 43. Thomas is going to keep it on the ground off the right side up to about the 45-yard line on the carry that time for the doors. A gain of a couple.
Once again, Lafayette will keep the ball on the ground. Clock will continue to run at 5:22 remaining here in the third quarter.
That was Owens, I believe, that time, number 3 for a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8 for Lafayette. Shotgun formation for Thomas. Thomas gonna fake the handoff. No, he does hand it off, and breaking the tackles across midfield of the 49 of Oxford for a gain of about 6 yards for Tay Owens.
Yeah, needed about another yard to pick up the first down. It's gonna be short, about 3rd and 1 coming up for the Commodores.
Yeah, they're gonna give him 7 yards to the 48. They have to go to the 47 in order to pick up the first down. So 3rd down and 1 for the doors at the Charger 48. Their only score came on a 58-yard run by Joyner. 3rd down and 1. Thomas out of the shotgun, and Thomas actually hands it off up the middle. That's a first down off the left side to Tyrell Price. I believe he has it.
Yeah, depending on the spot. They're going to spot it right at the 47-yard line. It's going to be close. Depending on where they put the nose of the football down.
And Denny, there's been a substitution as well. I'm just now catching it, but Will Ard, sophomore quarterback, is in the game, number 16 for Lafayette. So Thomas is out. I just noticed that. It's not 18, it's 16 who's now in the game. They're going to bring out the chains to measure. This is going to be close.
Going to be close, but I think even if the Commodores didn't get it, they will have to go for it here on 4th and short if it's not enough for the first down after they measure.
Officials bring out the chains from the far side all the way over here on the near hash mark. Yeah, if they don't have it, then they're an inch away.
Looks like they're short from up here.
Get your credit card out.
Yep, and he did. It's short.
Yeah, about an inch.
There's
They'll
no
obviously
question.
go for it here.
No question here. Down 24 points with 3:58 remaining here in the third quarter, and Lafayette will most definitely go for it here.
I think here you just run a quarterback sneak. Just try to take the snap, fall forward.
Commodores will talk it over. They huddle that time to get the play in.
Here's where
line up in a shotgun. A little surprised here.
now they run up under center, and Ard's going to take it. Quarterback sneak, first down. He took it off the right guard to the 46, got a yard. That's all he needed.
Don, I would have been shocked if they'd stayed in that shotgun and snapped the ball, but good play call there by Lafayette. Enough for the first down. They'll move the chains and keep the drive alive.
So Will Ard picks up a yard. First and 10 doors at the Charger 46. Ard out of the shotgun. He's a sophomore quarterback. He sends Owens in motion. Takes the snap. Fakes it, pulls it out. He's going to run on the option. Has some running room inside the Charger 40 down to about the 38-yard line. He picked up about 8 yards. A good read that time to pull that ball out and keep it.
Yeah, finally brought down by number 10, Michael McGee. As they'll spot it down at about the 37-yard line. 38.
Second and 2 at the Charger 38-yard line. The clock continues to roll. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oxford 31, Lafayette 7. Ard out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off, Left side, first down inside the 35, pushing their way all the way down to about the 30.
Number 3, Owens.
That'll be enough to move the chains. Gain of about 8 on the play. That was Tay Owens on the carry, number 3. First and 10 doors. This is,
Gain is to the 30-yard line. First down and 10. Commodore.
I believe this is their deepest penetration.
Yeah, other than that big run they had, you're right, this is the closest they've been.
First down at the Oxford 30. Ard directing this drive, takes the snap, pulls it out on the option. He pitches it the last minute to Owens, and Owens carries it down to the 28-yard line. Good job by Ard. He was hit as he let it go.
Yeah, that was a dangerous pitch. And Stewart was all over him. Chargers come away with a stop there.
2-yard gain for Tay Owens.
Second down and 7.
Second down and 8 at the 28-yard line. Lafayette has to hurry up to the line with only 5 seconds on the play clock. Ard gets it off just in time, hands it off to Joyner, and Joyner straight ahead for a yard, and that's it. Host of blue jerseys that time to stand him up and push him back at the 27-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
On the tackle for the Chargers, number 5, Corbin Harmon. And number 10, Mike McGee.
Harmon and McGee on the tackle. 3rd down, 7 for the Doors in obvious 4-down territory here at the 27 of Oxford. Clock continues to run here in the late part of the 3rd quarter. Ard takes the snap. Back to throw. Ard makes his first pass attempt, lobs it up and incomplete. Not even close that time. In fact, DQ Thomas had good coverage on Owens that time. He had him covered like a blanket. And he had inside coverage. The throw was way off the mark, and it's going to be 4th down as Owens has to limp back to the huddle.
Yeah, Commodores will go for it here on 4th down as the clock stops. 44 seconds remaining. Lafayette on about a 5-minute drive right now. Don, this might be the longest game Lafayette's ever played.
Yeah.
They usually finish by 9 o'clock.
4th down and 7. They're going for it. Ard out of the shotgun. Calls a timeout. Hey, hate to burn those timeouts here.
Yeah, especially on that one.
But it is a very important play. 4th and 7.
There is timeout on the field.
And let's take a quick 30-second break. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's keep it here with only 44 seconds to go. We got a break coming up at the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll stay here on 4th and 7 at the Oxford 27-yard line. Lafayette trying to get some points here, try to get back into this football game down 31-7. Good start to the season for Coach Lindsey Sneed's swim team. They won the opening meet, Charger Swimming, here in Oxford. They hosted and won the first meet over DeSoto Central, who finished 2nd. Hernando finished 3rd. As a good start for the Oxford swim team. Volleyball team, though, they're struggling a little bit right now, Denny. They've lost 5 in a row after starting 7-3. They're now 7-8.
Started out so well in the beginning of the season.
4th and 7. Ard takes the snap, throws a quick pass, and it's behind the intended receiver, incomplete, as it was intended for number 82, Chase Coker, and Oxford takes over the football. And Denny, not a single receiver has caught a pass tonight for Lafayette. In fact, they've only completed 1 pass, and that was to Owens out of the backfield.
Well, that was a 5-minute and 2-second drive that results in a turnover on downs, Don. And Obviously, that's something that it's hard. I mean, Lafayette's going to win some ball games, don't get me wrong, but it's hard when you're one-dimensional on the ground.
Exactly. I was just thinking that. You know, there's some teams like South Panola that primarily run the ball and dominate you up front, but in today's game, you just don't see teams successfully win that can't at least throw the ball a little bit. Here's a pitch sweep to the left. Tyus Hilliard's in the game, and Hilliard's going nowhere. He's bottled up back inside the 25. He lost 2, maybe 3.
Tyus Hilliard, the ball carrier for the Chargers.
That may be the last play of the third quarter. Oxford will not have to snap if they don't want. 23 seconds to go.
Loss of 2.
Second down and 12.
2nd and 12. Back at the 25-yard line.
10 seconds to go.
Chargers come up to the line. We'll see if they get a playoff here.
Looks like Bianca might be in the game.
Yeah, Ben Bianco's in at quarterback. Actually, they snap it to Dalton Markle. Markle runs the zone read, pulls it out. Markle scrambling for some room and maybe got a yard or 2 out of it, and that's it. He waited a long time before he finally pulled it out of Bianco's belly, and he picked up a couple back to the 22-yard line. And we got a break as the third quarter comes to a close. After 3, Chargers 31, Commodores 7. We'll be back in a moment.
University Sports Medicine and the Breeze family.
We're back here as the third quarter winds down. Oxford opens the fourth quarter with a 3rd down and 14. Abraham to throw. He's back in, complete, out to the 35. And a late flag comes in for a late hit out of bounds, which is going to give the Chargers a first down. They didn't have it up to that point.
Yeah, it was just a mistake there by Lafayette.
I think that was George Edwards on the catch, number 88. It is. Edwards was run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So it was a gain of 12 on the play. Jack Abraham was back in the game there. George Edwards, that's his first catch of the season.
Now, once again, Lafayette really controlled the clock there in the third quarter. They had the ball for 7 minutes and 23 seconds on 2 possessions.
Spot the ball at the 49 of Lafayette. Here's the give to Markle. A flag is down as Markle spins his way to the 47, but this one's coming back for an illegal shift.
Penalty flag on the field. Illegal shift against the Chargers. Penalty is 5 yards. First down and 15. Some scores involving region opponents. Tupelo 21 and South Carolina 9. West Point 28. Columbus 7.
First and 15 for the Chargers after the penalty.
Just listen to that score update. Tupelo now leads South Tillo 21-9. Chargers backed up 1st and 15 at their own 46. Abraham, quick pass, caught by Greaser at the 42. Greaser inside the 35, all the way down to the 32-yard line. Jimmy Greaser on the catch. That's going to be a gain of 22 yards on the play.
The game is to the 31-yard line.
Another big play, another first down for the Chargers.
22 yards to Greaser, his 3rd catch of the day, and there's a
quick handoff.
Give up the middle to Hilliard, and Hilliard's going to take it down to the
gain of 5 on the play.
26 for a 5-yard gain. Here's the pitch sweep to the left to Hilliard, and Hilliard is hit in the backfield and dropped as flags everywhere.
2 flags.
He's going to lose a yard back to the 27, but there's flags down, and it's going to be against the Chargers.
Yeah, holding called against Oxford. So back them up 10 yards. Actually 2 flags. I think both of them are the same penalty. So the Chargers will be called with the hold.
That'll back the Chargers up 10 yards. We have a lot of holding penalties tonight.
Yep.
Backed up to the 37-yard line. That ends up being a 6-yard penalty. It'll be second down and 16 at the 37.
And 10:56 left here in your ball game.
Abraham working out of the shotgun with Markle and Hilliard back there with him. He takes the snap, drops back to throw. Abraham now has to roll out of the pocket, rolling right, looking down the field. He throws on the run into traffic and is broken up at the 29-yard line. Good coverage that time. He had tried to hit Greaser on the play, but number 5 for Lafayette, that's Zeke Liggins on the breakup. It'll bring up 3rd and 16.
Now we do have another flag on the play here on the near sideline. Another penalty against Oxford.
So take that play away and they'll back them up 10 more.
Second down.
Back them up to the 47. So now you got second down and 26.
Clock will continue to run as we're right at the 10:30 mark here in the fourth quarter.
Colin Lee in it running back. Now the officials blow the whistle. They want to confer about something. Not sure what this is all about. Second down and 26 yards to go. The first down sticks all the way to the 21 of Lafayette. Back-to-back holding penalties has backed the Chargers up. Jack Abraham, the junior quarterback, is back in there, and also Metcalf is back in. Back to throw is Abraham. Abraham dumps it over the middle to Cowser at the 46, and Cowser's dropped at the 41. He got about 6 yards before they converged on him. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 20.
I know we talked about this the last couple of weeks. One thing I like about Cowser, he's not scared to go across the middle, knowing he's going to get hit. This makes another big catch for the Chargers.
As we've seen all season long, the Chargers doing a good job of spreading it around. 6 different receivers have caught passes tonight. White with 169. Metcalf has 108. Greaser 43. Cowser 41. Abraham back to throw again. He's going deep down the middle for Metcalf. Just over his outreached hand, and that'll bring up 4th down in a punting situation.
Metcalf might could have had that one if he had laid out for it, but it was just a little bit out in front of him as Abraham laid it out there.
Number 37, Liam Cooper.
Cooper will come on to punt it away for the Chargers. They'll try to pin the Commodores back.
Back deep for the Commodores, number 9, Jawan Kynes.
Cooper stands at the 45. Kynes, the return man, back at the 11 for Lafayette. Here's the snap. The kick is away, and it's a beauty. Kynes is going to chase it down and catch it on the run at the 9-yard line. He's dropped at the 10. The ball came out.
Chargers say they've got it.
They do. Recovered by D. Fair. Kynes coughed it up as a great tackle, and I didn't see who got down there and made that tackle.
Actually, it was Stewart, number 8, that came away with the football.
Yeah, Stewart, you're right. Recovered it at the 12-yard line. Harlan Stewart made the recovery, and the Chargers have it 1st and 10 at the Lafayette 12 after their second turnover of the night by Lafayette. Something, Denny, that has plagued that club all season long.
Yeah, it really has. First couple of games, they moved the ball real well, Don, but the turnovers have cost them in these first couple of games. Chargers can punch one in here. They'll really just put this thing away.
9:16 to go. Abraham out of the shotgun. Flag down as they blow it dead. Timeout taken by the Chargers.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Oxford.
Let's keep it here. 9:16 to go after the timeout. I want to thank all our sponsors for helping us bring Charger football to you. Bye week next week. Denny, what you going to do with your off week?
I don't know yet. I have to find something to do.
Well, I'm going to still be watching football, believe it or not.
You can do a game?
No, I'm actually, my niece
I'm sure you can be in Grenada, aren't you?
Is our first year in the band at Grenada High School, so I'll be going to scout the Ridgeland Titans for Coach Hill, as that's who the Grenada Chargers are playing, Ridgeland next weekend, so I'm going to go and watch that.
Good thing for an uncle to do.
Unless it's pouring down rain, and then I may just sit at home.
The Chargers definitely deserve a bye next week as they get ready for region play the following week as they travel to West Point.
Coach Hill strategically putting that schedule together, knowing get that bye week before the team that you expect to be the team to beat in your region. Here's a give straight ahead and nothing doing. Not sure if he even got a yard. That was Hilliard, I believe, on the carry.
Number 21, Hilliard, the ball carrier.
No gain.
Tackle number 35.
Be second down. Actually going to be a loss of 1. Second down and 11.
On the play. Second down and 11.
Offset out of the right from the 13-yard line. Abraham looks over to the sideline to get the play call. Clock is ticking, 8:45 left to play. Oxford lead 31-7. Abraham going to pitch sweep to the right to Hilliard. Hilliard cut off and has to cut it back inside. He loses more yardage all the way back to the 16 as the Commodores were all over that one. Loss of about 3, it looks like. It's going to be third down.
Also 5 yards on the play. Third down at 16.
Ball is resting at the 16-yard line. Third down and 14 yards to go. Chargers using as much clock as possible now. Abraham, play action, rolls to the right. Abraham under pressure and sacked back at the 25-yard line. That was a good sack. They threw him down. Back at the 25, a loss of 9. And now let's see if Coach Hill goes for a field goal. It would be about a 42-yarder, but I think he's going to try.
Yeah, Cooper will come on to attempt a long field goal for the Chargers.
First sack of the game for Lafayette.
That'll be about a 41-yard field goal attempt as Banco will hold it about the 31.
Well, I think you got to see what you got here.
Definitely has the leg. Let's see if he has the accuracy.
From the right hash, he'll try to hook it back through. Snaps a good one. The kick is up. He's got the distance, and the kick is good.
Nailed it.
Cooper from 41 yards out. And the Chargers extend the lead with 7:05 to remaining in the ball game. Chargers 34, Commodores 7. We'll take a break and be back with a kickoff right after this. 7:05 left to play in this football game. A few of the fans are making their way toward the exit. Look like this one's in hand. Oxford 34, Lafayette 7. And if you add up the last 3 games now, obviously this one's not over, but 83-7. Oxford has just dominated Lafayette the last 3 years.
They only given up 7 points so far in the last, basically 7.5 quarters.
Short pooch kick, angle to the near side. It hits at the 21. That's a live ball picked up by Owens at the 20. Owens gets it back to the 25. That's what Coach Hill likes to see there, as that one was what he wants on a regular basis. That short kick to be angled to the sideline but not go out of bounds. And that one hit right on the 20-yard line, the actual number of the 0, and they only able to get a 4-yard return to the 25-yard line. Commodores take over at their own 25. Been all Chargers since the final moments of the first half.
Oxford's had the ball 3 times here in this second half and scored on all 3 possessions.
Out of the shotgun from the 25. Ard hands it off up the middle to Owens. Nothing doing. He is dropped immediately.
Number 3, Owens, the ball carrier.
That was Harlan Stewart and Thomas Allen, both there on the tackle. No gain for Tay Owens. Second down and 10. Second and 10 at the Commodore 25. They're taking a lot of time.
Yeah, clock continues to run, 6:10.
Ard's just going to hand it off up the middle, and Owens gets out to about the 28-yard line. A pickup of about 3.
Tackle number 3, Thomas Allen.
3rd and 7.
2 yards on the play. 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 7 at the 28-yard line. Lafayette, no urgency here. I think they've pretty much
There is timeout on the field.
given up on this one.
Officials, timeout.
Officials timeout for, I assume, the Heat timeout with 5:55 to go. And Coach Ballman now cranking up the country music here during the break as we got a timeout
He's
on
all
the field.
over the board tonight on his music.
He is. Oxford 34, Lafayette 7, the bye week next week. And then we'll be with you shortly before 7 o'clock on September the 26th as the Chargers take on the West Point Green Wave. West Point was winning big tonight, last we heard, over Columbus, 28-7. So it looks like they're going to even their record at 2-2. I think they have a game next week. I'm not sure who they play, though. Sure Coach Hill and the staff will probably be checking that one out, although West Point's a team there's not a lot to scout. I mean, you know what they're going to do. They're going to try to run at you and try to be physical. Use their defense to win ball games.
That's something we always know. They have a ton of athletes down there on both sides of the football. Oxford's going to have to play well in 2 weeks to beat West Point.
No more Aris Williams. He's gone, but Quincy Starks is their feature back, who had a good game against us last year. 3rd down and 7 from the 28. Empty backfield. Ard back to throw. Ard throws a dart off the hands of the intended receiver and nearly picked off. It was intended for Tyrell Price, and Price really should have caught that ball. Even though he fired it in there, it hit him right in the hands.
And 8 for the Commodores.
The two quarterbacks for the Doors have combined 1 for 7 for 5 yards tonight. They had 0 yards last year, 5 tonight. And they're going to have to punt. Chargers going to send Preston Perkins back deep to receive the kick here. Number 24 stands at the 42-yard line. You know something we haven't seen in a long time is a punt return. I guess the last one was that one over in Charleston, or was it the one in Grenada that Presley ran back a few years ago?
It's been a long time. Was that Elliott that ran one back at Charleston that year?
I think that was an interception return. Can't remember, but
you're right. We have not seen one in a while.
fair catch by Perkins. Did a good job of running up there and catching that ball before it hit. And the Chargers take over at their own 47-yard line. And we'll see who comes out at quarterback here. Looks like Coach Hill staying with his starters. Abraham's going to come back out, as is Metcalf and Kauser, Greaser.
I would think you'd see the Chargers run the football here, but there's not anybody in the backfield.
No Kinsey Phillips. They are going to run a speed sweep to the left. 45, 50, 45. Nice nifty move to the 40 and all the way down to the 35-yard line.
And another holding call for the Chargers.
And it's number 41 for the Chargers on the carry. That's Devin Rocket. He's the guy we've heard a lot about. He's a young guy, sophomore, 5'11", 151, who really shined a year ago as a ninth grader. And he's been hurt. They're going to
actually say
against Lafayette.
Yes, that's a face mask against the Commodores, a 15-yard personal foul face mask.
17-yard run that time for Devin Rocket. And they'll tack on 15 more. and move it all the way down to the Lafayette 21. 1st and 10 to go after the penalty. Abraham under center. Going to hand it off to Rocket straight to the middle. He looked like a rocket. He's in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Rocket burst through the middle like a flash of lightning. And they didn't touch him until he got to about the 5, and he went into the end zone from 21 yards out.
Don, that's some speed we have not seen in a while right there.
That's a pretty good debut for a young man.
It is, right up the middle there. And
that's the best debut since Buford McGee ran 2 touchdowns for Ole Miss on his first 2 carries against Memphis State years ago. You probably don't remember that, do you?
That's been a long time.
Extra point coming up for Connell Yost. Rocket up the middle 21 yards to pay dirt. Here's the extra point by Yost, and it is good. 5:14 left to play. Chargers 41, Lafayette 7. We'll take a break and be back in a moment. 5:14 left to play, and the Chargers are up 41-7. A career high tonight for Jack Abraham, 378 yards. That's a career high for him, as he probably is going to be done for the night, as the Chargers now lead 41-7 with 5 minutes and 14 seconds and 2 carries on that drive. Devin Rocket, the sophomore, 2 carries for 38 yards and his first touchdown of the night. And now the kickoff coming up by Connell Yost. Yost will kick off. A little short pooch kick, going to be fielded at the 21. Up to the 25. That's Owens. Owens across the 35. Breaks out of the pack. Out to the 40. Owens still on his feet as he cuts back across to the 45, and he's finally wrapped up there along the right hash mark at the 45-yard line, where the Commodores will take to the offensive side of the ball.
On the tackle, number 30, Jack Turner.
Jack Turner made the tackle that time.
Ladies and gentlemen, during that last drive, Jack Abraham broke the career passing per game record here at Oxford High School. Jack Abraham, 378 yards.
First down, Commodores at their own 45-yard line. Ard still in at quarterback, out of the shotgun, hands it off straight up the middle and across the 45 out to about the 49-yard line. That's going to be Joyner on the carry. They're going to spot it at the 48, a gain of 3.
Jack Turner with another tackle there for the Chargers.
Gain of 3 yards on the play. Second down and 7.
Second and 7 at the 48. Ard out of the shotgun. Hands it off again to Owens. Owens trying to bounce it to the outside. Now cuts back inside to the 50. Owens still on his feet looking for a block downfield. 45, first down, 40. Tripped up at the 36. That's a good run by Owens. He was weaving across the field.
Zach Jenkins finally makes the stop there for the Chargers. Good tackle there by Jenkins.
Gain of 16 on the play for Tate Owens. First and 10 doors at the Charger 36. We're down to 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Oxford comfortably in front, 41-7. And Denny, they really have looked good tonight. Other than the holding penalties, their offense has clicked pretty well.
Yeah, they have. Their defense has played a heck of a game. They gave that one big run that resulted in a touchdown, but take your hats off to Coach Herron. His defense came out here tonight, knew that Lafayette liked to pound the ball up the middle, Don, and they've done a good job stopping them.
Joyner straight ahead for about 5 yards to the 31. And Joyner now 2 yards away from a 100-yard effort thanks to that 58-yard run he had in the first half. 2nd and 5 at the 31 of Oxford. Whistles blow before the play gets off. Offsides Oxford, that'll be at least close to a first down. I think they should have it after the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, it should be close.
First down Commodores at the 26-yard line, 3:14 to play. Doors trying to salvage some pride here toward the end of this game. Ard hands it off. Big hole off the right side down to the 31-yard line. It closes in a hurry.
And once again, Jenkins on the tackle there for the Chargers.
Gain of 5 that time for Owens, who Owens has got the bulk of the carries here in the second half. He picked up 4 actually, the 22. He has 50 yards on the night.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 5.
From the 22-yard line, 2nd down and 6. Shotgun formation for Lafayette. Ard takes the snap. Again, he hands it up the middle. This time it's Joyner, breaks a couple of tackles, shakes a man.
Still on his feet, finally brought down by the Chargers, but not before another Commodore first down.
It's all the way to the 15-yard line. Picks up 7 on the play, and that puts Joyner over 100 yards on the night. 105, and a first down Commodores at the Lafayette 15-yard line as we approach the 2-minute mark in this contest. Shotgun formation. Ard hands it off again on a sweep. Owens hit in the backfield, spins down and dropped at the 17. He lost a couple. That was number 6 for the Chargers, D.T. Thompson on the tackle. They're going to give him to the 16. It's a loss of 1 for Owens. 2nd and 11.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11.
Chargers going to improve to 3-1 going into the bye week with an impressive win tonight over Lafayette. In fact, the last 2 weeks, Chargers have looked good coming off that loss against Starkville. Here's the option. They lose the ball in the backfield and have to fall on it. The pitch, Owens didn't catch it. Didn't look like a bad pitch, but he loses 5 yards back to the 21.
Yeah, Owens very fortunate there. He fell on the footballs. There was a couple of Charger defenders there trying to come away with it.
3rd down and 16 now for Lafayette as it's under a minute. And they're in no hurry. In fact, they don't have to run but one more play if they don't want to.
Remember, fans, please stay on Bobby Hilford Field following the conclusion of tonight's game. Until the Lafayette student athletes have had a chance to clear the field.
They're going to get one more playoff, it looks like, unless it's an incomplete pass. 13 seconds. Ard out of the shotgun. A flag is down, blows it dead with 10 seconds left.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
I guess you got to tip your hat to those Commodore fans that have stayed the entire game over there. A lot of them have emptied out, but
there's still a few over there.
There's some diehards that sticking with their club, and if history repeats itself, you know, they can still turn this thing around, because last year similar
a lot of people,
situation.
Yeah, a lot of people gave up on them last year, and they ended up playing for a 4A state championship. Coach Eric Robertson does a good job over at Lafayette. He'll get this team turned around. They'll be ready for region play.
3rd down and about 20. Ard rolls to his left, throws on the run, incomplete at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down, and that'll do it. Clock runs out.
Clock runs out, and the Chargers win by a final score, Don, of 41-7.
Chargers improve to 3-1. Lafayette drops to 1-3. And we will take a break and tally up the final numbers. And we'll be back with the post-game show. Oxford 41, Lafayette 7. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and close it out right after this. Chargers win the Crosstown Classic by the final of 41-7 over the Lafayette Commodores, and really do it in dominating fashion from the end of the second quarter going forward. It was 10-7. It looked like it was going to be that way in halftime. Chargers in the lead, but a touchdown pass from Abraham to Kyrie White from 39 yards out gave the Chargers the momentum going into the locker room at 17-7. They came out in the second half and outscored Lafayette 24-0 in that second half to dominate this football game, Denny, and win their 3rd in a row in this series and improve now to 3-1 going into the bye week.
Well, a big win tonight, Don. Really, you talked about it earlier. Had a loss against Starkville, but the last 2 weeks against Eastside, then tonight at home against your rival Lafayette. I mean, that's a big win tonight, and the bye couldn't come at a better time. They'll get a bye next week before they travel to West Point. But take your hat off to Coach Hill and the coaching staff of Oxford. A big win tonight as they came out here and dominated by a final of 41-7.
The Chargers win in a record-setting performance tonight for Jack Abraham, our player of the game. 25 out of 35 for 378 yards. That's a career high for him. 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. And also put a player of the game A beside the name of Kyrie White. 6 catches for 169 yards. Not a bad night for DK Metcalf either. 10 catches for 108 yards. A lot of guys offensively getting the job done tonight, as well as that Charger offensive line only giving up 1 sack tonight. Let's give you some final numbers. Lafayette did rush for 200 yards even on the night, led by Tavon Joyner, who carried the ball 15 times for 105 yards. He had a big touchdown run of 58 yards that gave the Doors their only score of the night. Passing, however, it was non-existent tonight for Lafayette, much like it was last year. Thomas was 1 for 4 for 5 yards. Ard was 0 for 4 for no yards, so they only throw for 5 yards as a team. Total offense for Lafayette, 205 yards on the night. For the Chargers, they didn't run the ball much tonight against that good Commodore defense. Only 92 yards on the ground. Kenzie Phillips was a leading rusher. He carried it 15 times for 52 yards. And the youngster, Devin Rocket, came in on that last possession for the Chargers, 2 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. But Jack Abraham continues to get it done through the air. 25 out of 35 for a career-high 378 yards on the night. And he now has 10 touchdowns and only 2 picks on the season. We already mentioned White, 169 yards, Metcalf 108. Greaser had 43 yards on 3 catches. Zach Kauser, 4 catches for 41 yards as well. Just an all-around good effort tonight by the blue and gold, Denny. And I think Coach Hill, you lost that game to Starkville. You felt like you could have played better, but Starkville may be the best team in the state. But they've bounced right back with back-to-back quality wins and have to feel pretty good about themselves as the first part of the season is now over. And you get 2 weeks to get ready for your rivals, Green Wave or West Point.
Well, you really do, Don. Oxford had a tough non-region schedule here these first 4 weeks, and you're right. A bye next week will let you have 2 weeks to prepare for West Point, and it's really a new season. It comes down to this region play now, and Oxford is probably the favorite to win this region, but it's going to be a tough region this year. You've got South Hill and some other teams there that can mix some things up, but a big win tonight, and Coach Hill's got to be excited about the way this team's playing.
So the final stats, Oxford outgaining Lafayette 470 to 205 to win this one, going away by the final of 41-7. For Chris back in the studio and Shaq Helm up top, and Denny Tosh, my partner, I'm Don Brooks saying so long. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks here. Oxford trying to win in West Point for the first time coming up in 2 weeks. So long, everyone.